Well, welcome back to our live show. You're watching Virginia This Morning right here on CBS 6. And if you're looking to receive a tax refund this year, you're encouraged to file early. Recently, Bill spoke with a financial expert, and here's that conversation.
The IRS has begun accepting tax returns on February 12th. If you are looking to receive refunds this year, then you're encouraged to file early. Our next guest shares some smart ways you can spend your tax refund this year. Local certified financial planner Daniel Hill of Hill Wealth Strategies joins us, and we welcome him back to Virginia This Morning. Good to see you again, sir.
Good to see you, man. Good morning.
All right, Daniel, here's the question that everybody has on their mind is, what do we do with that check? And I know a lot of folks want like, woohoo, let's party. But you say pump the brakes on that just a little bit. One of the first things you might want to do is pay off some debt you have.
Yeah, as we all know, last year and still lingering into this year was a crazy time. A lot of people suffered economically, so they might have been, incurred a little bit more debt on their charge cards and so forth. So we definitely encourage them, if they didn't have enough set aside in their emergency saving funds, to get that debt paid down because the interest rates on that are pretty substantial.
It is interesting because, like you said, a lot of folks really got hit hard last year. And so you got this little influx of money. So yeah, we'll get to the having fun with it a little bit later on, but let's get back on track and, make sure that everything's set going forward, and take us through step 2 on what you might want to do.
So yeah, along those same lines, like you said, some people probably, dipped through their savings. So if they incurred the debt, they probably wiped it out. So we need to get that emergency fund built back up. Some other things that people might have had to do was cut back or turn off their 401k contributions. So if they had, so if you didn't get laid off, you might have gotten your overtime cut back or whatever. So we want to get those 401k contributions back up to where you had them, so you can have a great and abundant retirement and get those emergency funds built back up.
Well, speaking of emergency funds, one thing that probably folks don't think about is saving some of that money.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you should have several different buckets of emergency funds. The new car fund, the Christmas fund, the vacation fund, and then the emergency fund for just so you can get some groceries if you're, severely economically impacted by catastrophes or pandemics like we've been experiencing.
All right. So there's this one saying that I keep remembering that my mom said: if you look to others, you'll forget your own problems a little bit. And charity is probably a good way to spend some of that money, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's no greater gift or greater feeling than you can experience, probably, other than the birth of a child, or in my case, a grandchild coming here any day, than helping others out and giving to others. So charity is an awesome thing if you can do that. If you didn't suffer like a lot of people, then take a portion of that refund, give a little bit more to the church, give a little more to your favorite charity. You feel so much better.
Yeah, it really does. Hopefully it makes your heart feel better. And then finally, let's get to the fun part. So if we're going to do a little splurge of some type, you don't say don't do that. You say, yeah, go ahead if you can.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, one of the things that we've learned, I know I have, and I'm sure many people have, I've lost a lot of friends. I lost 2 clients to Corona. I've lost a lot of my friends, and, we're only in our early 60s. So it makes you wake up and say, life is short. So it's all great to save for retirement, but you got to live an abundant life while you can. So we definitely encourage our clients to have some fun, but make sure, all these other things that you and I've just talked about are on track, and you're getting those emergency funds, your 401k and all that stuff taken care of, and then go and have some fun while you can.
Yeah, Daniel, that's great advice. Let's get all your ducks in a row, do all the things you should do as a responsible adult, but again, you got to take care of yourself. And we all have learned that life is short and precious in the last year or so. So, go ahead, treat yourself, treat your family, have some fun with a little bit of that money after you've, kind of nailed everything else down.
Yeah, it's healthy. It's good for your health.
All right, Daniel. Always good to hear from you, sir. We always get such great advice. We appreciate you, sir. And come back
Thank you.
anytime.
Thank you for having me,
All
Bill.
right.
Have a great day.
You betcha. And for more information, we're going to post a link on our website by early this afternoon at WTVR.com/VTM.
Always interesting to have the insights of a financial advisor, especially during tax season, Bill. But that is important, as he was sharing the nuggets of advice with making sure that if you had maybe adjusted some of your money or revenue streams or however it was, make sure you look at that again. We're approaching this 1 year mark, and if you're able to put things back so that you can continue to save.
It was so interesting because he was, obviously he's the adult in the room. So he's saying, okay, take care of this and this, and this will make you feel better. But at the end, he did finish with the ice cream on the top. They're saying, you gotta get out and enjoy yourself. And then we showed some footage there. Could have been Jessica hiking through the mountains. And I know that's one of the things you love to do. And other than the gas to get there and maybe a snack, that's not that expensive to go do. And obviously, very well, Jess, the rewards you get from doing that.
Yeah, definitely. It wasn't me hiking, but when I was looking at that, I thought, ooh, what a lovely spot. Where is that? I sure would love to go. And you're right. I had that thought a couple times as we would take our family, hikes or walks over the course of the last several months. One day we were sitting down to have lunch, and we were having, I'd gotten into the routine. Like, I knew which Tupperware to use to pack our lunch. And it was like we had developed this system. And I thought, it's been really enjoyable and very cost effective when you're packing your lunch, spending your day out. I don't know. It just, exactly what you're saying is true. It really felt like, yep, that's a good way to go and do it. But he does share good advice. I think that falls under the self-care category of break away and get a little refresh.
That's right. And plus, if you climb to the very tip top of the mountain like Jess does, no problem social distancing. Everybody else is back there going, oh, I'm not going to make it. Thanks for making it in here with us, folks. We'll be right back with more Virginia This Morning.